This is, as you know, the #1 dumbest sports story for the month of April.
New Jersey Transit is the absolute worst. I'm not going to get to my game now because they are incompetent. Incompetent. They tell track G, track H, track B, track E, and then I get on track H, and they say, no, this train's not wrong. Their announcement was wrong.
All right. Hey, we've all been frustrated because of delays with our travel, but why didn't this fan understand that the transit system was actually trying to do him a favor?
And for what it's worth, I lived in New York for 13 years. I know how that guy feels. I do know, not specifically to the Mets, but I do know that feeling. But yes, there are times I always tried to think of this, even when I was stranded or I was late for a train. Always try to remember, you know what I'm getting to. Maybe this is saving me from getting hit by a bus. Maybe I was going to step off, and this delay is saving me, or a lightning bolt landing on my head. That is what those trains were doing for that Mets fan. They were saving him from having to see a Mets game. Really, the month of April, and really now May has really been a disaster for the Mets so far. Sometimes delays are trying to not hurt you, but to help you. I think now that fan may very much understand that.
Now, you also wrote about the NL wildcard race and your playoff predictor. How far have the Mets fallen based on the last couple of days?
Yeah, they've fallen quite a bit. Not that they were really getting a lot from Harvey anyway. I think that's more of a the Harvey thing is more speaks to the general sense of chaos that seems to surround the Mets, who are starting to turn so slowly into the Knicks that we really didn't notice. But that seems to be kind of happening. Did not just have the struggle on the field, but now with the Harvey stuff, that drops them down those wild card rankings. To me, the fun of doing that piece was to look. The last year, the Mets and Giants made the wild card, and the Cardinals were 1 game back. And the general assumption going into this year was those 3 teams were the ones that were going to be fighting for that spot. But really, you look at the Mets. The Mets now are the only team that's really in a worse position. The Mets now are the Giants, who just got swept in Cincinnati and are a total mess right now. The Cardinals have had a little bit of a move forward in the Braves series last weekend. But really, if you were looking for who the wild card favorites are right now, if you look at the playoff odds for Baseball Prospectus, it's actually those teams that played over the weekend. It was the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. So it's kind of an amazing turn to think that we may finally have some kind of new blood in the NL wild card.